Hello everybody, my name is Master Blaster, or Brad, and I'm coming at you with a Suzuki SV650 video. Today we're going to be putting in a tail tidy, or a fender eliminator. Come with me, I'll show you. So, instead of having this big old fender, we're just going to replace everything with this bracket. Now the turn signals and the license plate and the light for the license plate will all mount onto here. All the OEM stuff attaches, and then this will tuck up right up under here, eliminating all this plastic. So, but first we need to take off the old. Let's go do that. So first things first, grab your key and pop off the seat. Okay, put your seat somewhere where it will be safe. So first of all, we want to get rid of some of these cable ties. Now these are reusable, so you don't want to cut them. We should be able to get these off of here without having to cut them, and then we're going to reuse them. So you just kind of press up on the tab, and then you can pull the wire through. So let's try that one. Okay, and then we have access now to all three connectors here for the tail. So we're just going to go ahead and disconnect these. Again, pull up on the tab. Okay, so now our wires are loose. So come on around down the bottom. So you can see right here that the wires are coming out of this grommet here. So what we're going to do is we're going to remove these 4 bolts and the tail and take off the entire fender. Let me get my wrench. And the last one. All right. Last bolt, out she comes. Alrighty, let's take it over to the bench and we'll get these wires threaded through. Okay, now that we've got the fender out, we're going to go ahead and work on getting the wires pulled through. So, this grommet's a little bit tough, but we're going to get through it. I'm going to pull the wires through the grommets. Don't be too rough. You don't want to pull any of the ends or connectors off. And there's one. All right, there's 2 and 3. And we're going to save this because this actually goes on the new kit. Next, I think this is a 6mm, but I don't have a 6mm, so I'm going to have to use it. My adjustable wrench. They're not tight, so it shouldn't be that big of a deal. Let's hope. No, not tight at all. Just break it loose, finger tight. Now we want to make sure we remember which side is which, okay? So on this, the black connector is, what is that, the left side. So just remember, black connector goes on the left. Oh, excuse me, that's the gray connector. This is the black connector, and that's the right. Keep track of these bolts. Feeding the wires through some more. There's a little brace here. We can just pull them through. And all right, there's two. Gonna need to wash these bike. I've gotten it dirty. All right, now I'm gonna take out the screws for the license plate light. Okay, and I'm actually going to pull this boot off. We're going to reuse this boot as well. Let's get this off. Let's get the light out of here. And then, dang, what is going on here? Oh, that makes it a lot easier. Okay, just found out this part actually comes off, so don't be silly. Don't try to force it. The whole thing comes out, looks like that. Okay, so with any OEM piece, if I ever want to resell the bike, I need to put this back on. So we're going to just put this over in the shelf and keep it safe. So this piece goes on like so. It's machined to go ahead and fit the gasket, so you just got to pull it through, kind of both sides. There we go. Kind of make sure it's snug on there. Not bad. Not bad, and I didn't rip it, thank goodness. You just pull it through, work it until it's in the right spot. Now we go ahead and feed the wire through the boot. And make sure your light points down onto your onto where your license plate will reside. And we go ahead and install the light using let's see, we want to use these. Okay, but they do want us to go ahead and reuse the washers that came with the original, which is no problem. The kit contains 2 shorter screws here, which we'll go ahead and use to install the light. All right, these are plastic cutting screws, so it kind of does cut into the plastic of the light, but I don't know if that's avoidable. Just don't over tighten. Snug is snug. That's good. All right, so there you go. That is installed. Next, we'll want to go ahead and install the turn signals. Now I think, what was it, gray was left? So we'll go ahead and put, which left? Left as you see it. So we're gonna do gray here. If we're wrong, well, we'll find out eventually. So with the turn signal, just put it through, grab one of the little bolts that were used on the original, and kind of thread it on there. Now you don't want to go too tight, because after we install the bracket, we're going to adjust it, for up or down, get it just right, get it in a nice line. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get it basically as finger tight as I can. That'll hold it steady. We'll put black on the right. The bracket's upside down, so don't worry. This should be correct. If it's not, we'll let you know. Putting the other turn signal on. Okay. Nice and finger tight. Now what we want to do is install this grommet. It should go in like this. Now, I think what I'll do is I will try to put the cables through first and then pull the grommet through. Well, at least I'll do the tail light first, then I'll pull the grommet through. Or the license plate light. Okay. And it has a little tab here, which helps you pull it through, which is super nice. Oh, I can only imagine if it didn't. That would be a thing near impossible. All right, so there's one. As you can see, the boot from the license plate light kind of goes into the other boot. That should be a nice, very weather secure setup there. Now let's try to feed the other connectors through. Okay, there's one. Now we'll try to make some more room and get number 2. There we go. Let's hope we got our right and our left correct. And just like that, she's ready to go to the bike. The bracket uses these spacers for it to sit properly. So what you want to do is get 2 of the spacers and have them ready, like this. So I'm going to try to hold it in a way that I hold the bolts with my fingers and I can thread these wires up through the bike seat. So I had it backwards. The spacer is supposed to be on that side of the bracket, you see? That's what holds it into the proper position. So I'm going to try to start it with just a few threads. If I can do it finger tight, I know it's not cross-threaded, so that's good. Haha! Victory! So you thread the other 2 bolts through here. And don't fall, don't fall. Woohoo, it didn't fall. Oh, it fell, but I caught it. So this is actually pretty tough. I'm going to push this up through and hold it with one hand and put the spacer in with the next. Okay. So again, we're just going to try to finger tight. It's pretty cramped in there, but it is doable. Now that one's not doing it. Let me get my trusty Allen key. Alright, so one trick I do when I'm threading a bolt is you can turn it counterclockwise while it's still on the threads it's trying to go into, and you can actually hear or feel it click. And usually after that click, it'll thread perfectly. So you're basically taking it out and then putting it back in a little bit. Okay. Now I tighten her up a little bit. Get these screws on here properly. All right, that's snug. That's snug. That's snug. And that's snug. Now, time for the electronics. You first. All right, so we've got the wires here, basically where they were before. Let's Try to untangle them so they don't make too much of a mess. The license plate light is a little bit longer, so I'm going to kind of make a bend on that. So let's plug her in. They only go one way, so that's nice. And black one was hiding. Okay. So with that, I'm going to kind of fold this up, and I'm going to reuse that reusable zip tie we got. There you go. Nice and tight. We can tuck this back down a little bit if we want, but that should be good. All right, so here's the moment of truth. All right, let's see if I got it right. Ah, we did it! We did it! And we have light. We have light where the license plate will go. Okay. Don't forget, now it's time to get these adjusted correctly and tightened down. Why don't you, cameraman, why don't you go go out that way and give me a thumbs up if they look like they're pointed correctly. Okay, I got my thumbs up from a cameraman, so these should be good. All right, that's all there is to it. Tail tidy is installed. It's a nice unit, powder coated, looks like it's tough. It holds the OEM stuff, so I didn't have to buy new lights or anything. I'm very pleased with it. The installation was a cinch. With that, thank you very much. Thank you for tuning in. If you want to see more SV or Ruckus videos from Master Blaster, aka Brad, put a comment in the comments. Otherwise, thank you, and we'll catch you next time.